You ever watch a TV show and hear the studio audience laughing and ask yourself, was that a joke? Because I do. As you know from my 2 weeks ago video, I often hear something said in a TV show, movie, YouTube video, commercial, etc., and I think, I don't think that's how you say that. And I'm going to talk about that again today, the TV commercial version. But I'm also going to talk about when you and I hear a line said in a show correctly, but it's getting laughs inexplicably. Because that makes me stop and ask, is that supposed to be funny? And then I think how that line might have been delivered differently, in a way that I would know it was funny and genuinely laugh without the help of a studio audience or canned laughter, indicating that it's funny. Do you do this? Well, let's talk about it. But first, let's watch this 4-second intro thing. I feel it necessary to say at the outset that this is no shade, as the youngsters often say, to the folks I'm highlighting today. They did their job. The network or studio or client was happy with the result, or it wouldn't have been released for us to see. They did their jobs and they did them well. It just hits my ear in an odd way. Sometimes there's a reason the funny doesn't work for me, and sometimes it's just a preference. But either way, they are working and successful, and I am the nobody commenting on what I am observing. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, as I heard a drag queen say one time. By the way, I 110% understand that I am setting myself up for the exact same kind of critique. I hope there comes a day that I'm relevant enough for someone to drag me for my line delivery. I would be honored, because I know I ain't perfect, just opinionated. Which is why you should like and subscribe. It's down below in the black oval. Super easy. So let's start with I don't think that's how you say that. Let's take a look at the clip.
Download the app during the playoffs and get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. It's a wonder you didn't go pro.
No, I don't think that's how you say that. This is another example of not understanding sarcasm. The way he's delivering the line could be one of two things. Either he's saying, I see very clearly why you didn't go pro, or he's saying, you're so good I can't believe you didn't go pro. But if it's the latter, it wouldn't justify this look. If it's the former, it doesn't make sense. It's clear why you didn't go pro? How you figure? He's killing it. First of all, that's just mean, which usually doesn't play in commercials. Secondly, it doesn't fit the commercial because the point of the commercial is that this fella is doing really well in the app. He's having fun, making money, he's proud of himself, he wants to show you how to get in on the action. So it wouldn't make sense to say that it's apparent that he sucks. Also, it's not funny, which seems to be the feel of the commercial. This line is written to be sarcastic and be a little crap-giving, teasing, needling, but affectionately. Saying, you're so good at that, you should be doing it professionally, but in a teasing, mocking his exuberance way. Thus, the look on this guy's face. That's not how the line was delivered. So the line was delivered,
It's a wonder you didn't go pro.
no wonder you didn't go pro. That line doesn't work. I don't even know the intention behind that. But I don't think that's how you say that. Here's the way I think it was meant to be said. No wonder you didn't go pro. Which is saying, you're doing so well at this app and you're so proud of yourself, you should go pro. Is there such a thing as being pro on this app? Because you should do that. Wink. Second alt could be, it's a wonder you didn't go pro. Same intent, different delivery. Or the final sort of teasing that you could do is like, it's a wonder you didn't go pro. The commercials are all about timing, right? Doing it in 30 seconds. So I don't know that the longer one would do. I'm just saying those are some alternatives. I can't tell if it's a wonder you didn't go pro or if he's saying no wonder you didn't go pro. If that's the intent behind that line, that's mean and that's not a fun commercial. I'm available for on-set coaching. I'll work for scale. I'm about to show you a clip of someone who is wildly talented, wildly successful, and famous. I worked with her 1,000,000 years ago for one day in one episode of King of the Hill, and she was funny and amazing and cool AF. My friend who worked on that show has nothing but lovely things to say about her. I'm not crapping on her. I simply didn't laugh at this line and wondered what I was missing when I heard people laughing. Let's be clear, I am likely the problem, I don't deny that, but noticing people laughing when it didn't hit me as funny led me to think of some alternative ways of saying the line that would have made me laugh. So this is Pam Adlon. This clip is from Mid-Century Modern on Hulu. Here's the clip.
I need to pick something up at the store.
I don't want to go to the bunny hutch.
Great, you can stay here with Mom.
I'll get my bag.
It's fine. It's what the director or editor or the studio or all three wanted. It just didn't make me laugh. Now here's some ways of saying that line that I find funnier. I based this first alt on Evan Handler's portrayal of Harry Goldenblatt, Charlotte's husband, on Sex and the City. This is the first alt that would have made me laugh. Day 2. Mike went out. Good times.
I don't want to go to the bunny hutch.
Great, you can stay here with Mom.
I'll get my bag. Kind of like a bait and switch, but the opposite, kind of. Evan did that rhythm of response on the reg, and it was so good because the delivery leads the listener to think the line's going somewhere it isn't going. You don't want your audience to predict the joke. If the audience is ahead of you, it won't get a laugh. If Evan's style was used, you might think she was going to say, I'll get my rash back. I'll get an anxiety flare-up. I'll get my nerves racked. But that's not what she said. She says something unexpected. If you deliver the response with the same cadence and emotion as the previous line, you surprise. And if you want to make more people laugh, you want to always try to surprise. So another approach would be to deliver the line like it's a surrender or a defeat.
I don't want to go to the bunny hutch.
Great, you can stay here with Mom.
Get my bag. My third alt, rule of 3, look for it on my Monday videos. I would say the line very fast and right on the heels of his line, possibly not waiting for him to finish. With a neutral emotion or with excitement, like it's a welcome solution to the mom problem. Cutting him off would probably make editing impossible, but still a funnier option in my not rich and famous opinion.
I don't want to go to the bunny hutch.
Great, you can stay here with Mom.
I'll get my bag. Not crapping on other folks in the biz, particularly ones far more successful than I, just, sharing observances and tips and tricks for those of you at my level of existence. And listen, anybody could watch this and say, your alts suck and are not funny. And I would say, okay. I'm just saying they would have made me laugh. I would have realized it was a joke. I already set up that I'm nobody, but I have more than once been told in an audition that I was too funny. I really should do 3 clips to honor the rule of 3, but I want to keep it short and sweet and P-worthy. Thanks for dropping by, and thanks for staying to the end. I'll see you next week. By the way, psst, you done good. My brain, she no work. It's a juggernaut, baby. Irritating. Feeling good as hell. Let's go back and try that again, shall we?